Hi Gemini, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Gemini is your love reading for the month of December. I'm going to draw 6 cards initially, each corresponding to a different piece of advice. I'll let you know as we go. I've already meditated on the cards and shuffled, so I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we shall get started, okay? Okay, Gemini. By the way, Tiny's sat on my knee, so you might hear him. This is his jingle bell collar. Isn't it cute? Because it's Christmas, as you know. Christmas season. Okay, for those people that have not been to my channel before, these are your cards. These are clarifying cards. I will know when to pull them, when, you know, blah, 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 as we go on. Okay, so this is the underlying energy of you in the month of December, Gemini. And what a fabulous energies to have. You are the boss as the Emperor, okay? This is the energy. The Emperor is number 4, all about our foundations, all about going on a journey to understand what the Emperor's already been on a journey to understand his foundations, to understand who he is, what he wants, and this is why the Emperor is so confident. The Emperor understands his weaknesses, his flaws, but that, again, is what makes the Emperor strong and able to exercise his personal power. I say his because it's a him on the card. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a him. It could be a her as well, okay? So, it's just the energies. So, my darling, let's have a look here. The first card. This is your overall energy or your focus for the month of December, and that card is the 8 of Cups. Now, I do have a cold, so if I cough, etc., I apologise. Okay, so this is the energy or underlying or focus for the month, and it's the 8 of Cups. Okay, so this is an energy, Cups energy, so it's related to our emotions, our internal processes, related to our moon signs, how we interpret our emotions and the emotions of others, etc. With it being Cups energy, our inspirations as well, our intuition as well. With it being number 8, it's about a cycle, a karmic cycle, being stuck in a karmic cycle or experiencing a karmic cycle with your emotions. Now, a karmic cycle is meant to bring you enlightenment. It's meant to bring you into awareness about the things that you want, the 9 of Cups, and also about the things that you don't want and that you want to move on from, the 8 of Cups, okay? So this is about you really gaining clarity this month and understanding the things that you want to walk away from emotionally, the things that potentially have held you back in the past. This is the focus for you in the month of December, okay? Walking away, leaving behind things, and moving, not only that, but moving toward the things that you actually do want in love and in relationships, okay? So this is your next card, what or who you could encounter or experience in the month of December, and that card is the Hierophant, okay? So the Hierophant, if it's a who you could encounter, this is a Taurus. This is the card of Taurus in the Major Arcana, okay? If it's a what you could encounter, this could, let's talk about what that is, okay? So first of all, the Hierophant used to be called, is called the Pope card in other decks or in older decks. And this card is all about traditional values, traditional relationships, like marriage, traditional contracts. It's about understanding what the traditions are and either choosing to live by those or choosing to reject those, okay? When it comes to what you could encounter, this could be you're encountering that you're encountering marriage, you know, you want to move toward marriage, you've decided that, you know, I'm ready to get married, I'm ready to settle down, I'm ready for that type of commitment. Or alternatively, it could be realizing that actually that is something that you do not want. The relationship, the marriage, that traditional sense of things that you do not want. The Hierophant's also guided, you know, by the universe. You know, so if you think about the Pope, what the Pope actually represents, the Pope represents Jesus's or God's presence on earth, and it's like a channel to that. So really it's about understanding, you know, what you're being guided, or where you're being guided, in what areas you're being guided to move forward in. I feel like there's one of these, I think it's this one. I feel like one of these is related. It's either these two. I'm not sure. If you're not sure, oh, it's this one. Okay, so so this is also being able to encounter success. So we've got 5 and we've got 6. So we've got movement here, just in general. You know, for those, maybe some of you have been stuck holding on to things, you know, not really. Sorry, this card's talking to me. Maybe some of you have been stuck, not moving on, wanted to move on, but not really ready to. This is the time to actually say there's victory. So if you want to move on to marriage, or to move on to a solid relationship or a solid commitment, that's definitely something that you can encounter in the month of December, Gemini, potentially with a Virgo, or also potentially with a fire sign as well. Okay, the next card relates to your perspective, or your past. So where you're coming from, basically. And we've got the Judgment energy. Wow. Okay, so what was Judgment? Was that September? Yeah, September was Judgment. Was Judgment energy, and September was hard, man. I talk about the fact that Judgment. In fact, let me just say as a side note, those people that follow me on social media, on my Instagram or Facebook, you will have seen the post that I did about Judgment card, about this energy, about what it stands for and what it relates to. So if you want to check that post out, you can check that post out on my Instagram or Facebook. Anyway, so Judgment, when I talked about this card, we talked about the fact that Judgment brings through revelations. So it brings through understanding and clarity, and it's actually going through situations that arise that help you to have these revelations, things that might be difficult to see, things that you might not want to face, things that you might not want to deal with or tackle, that is what is brought about with Judgment. So it's realization, it's understanding, it's clarity that's brought about with this Judgment energy. And this is really you having had this experience in the past, in the recent past, potentially in September, where you actually start to realize, or situations arose that helped you to realize, okay, there are things that I need to leave behind, you know, I'm not in the right place where I want to be romantically, whatever the revelation or the understanding or the clarity was for you. This is linked. Let me just look at this card, the Knight of Wands. So it's as if for some of you, this could be one of two things. It could be that for some of you, this was a process, this Judgment that was rushed, so that you didn't really fully get to experience that clarity or that understanding that was necessary with this Judgment energy in September. It could be that in September you felt unsteady, unstable, you know, felt afraid, felt vulnerable, you know, wanting to take action, but you know, really, you know, not really sure why you were taking that action that you did. Maybe you got into a relationship in September. Maybe it's been a whirlwind romance. You've got into a whirlwind romance this year, and maybe it's about recognizing that you are in this whirlwind romance. Maybe that's what you need to walk away from. Why did you get into this relationship? Why are you in this relationship? Is it just for peace or for sex or whatever it is for, you know, so that you've got somebody? This is a theme, actually. It's not just for you, Gemini. This seems to be a theme of all the readings. The theme seems to be about really recognizing over this Christmas period where we are and why we are there, and if this situation is suitable for me, and if it's not suitable for me, what we need to do about it. It's kind of, that's the theme for all the readings, really, fundamentally, in the month of December. So it's interesting that those two energies are so kind of, they're so opposite in a way. You know, Judgment is really a card of, it's really about mindfulness, this card. It's really about becoming aware and accepting what you find, becoming aware of who you are and accepting that in a compassionate way. That's what Judgment energy is about. This is very different energy. This is about just taking action on things that we are excited about or engaged with, or that inspire us. People that we find sexy, we move toward those people, for example. That's what this energy is about. It's about trying to expand, you know, trying to make connections, etc. But it's not as thoughtful or considerate necessarily. It's more about moving because that's what you feel is the right thing to do. So this may be a time that showed you, was it the right thing to do? Yes or no? This is really the time to really reflect on that in the month of December. So let's have a look at these cards. These are the ones that everyone wants to see. Love potential or love lesson. This is linked. Love potential or love lesson for the month of December. I've got the Four of Pentacles. It's actually becoming like a story, this. Actually, it's actually looking like some of you are in situations that you ultimately, you're in that situation because you have to learn. You're in that situation because it's making you stronger. However, it's a karmic situation. It's one that is actually trying to bring you into enlightenment and into alignment with your soul, with who you truly are. And the Four of Pentacles actually further suggests that. The Four of Pentacles is about, Pentacles energy is all about things that we put our energy into in order to manifest, in order to bring about into this world, okay? And so this is like relationships, like work, our house, our family, things like that. Now, this is about holding on to something. This is about holding on to your fours, which are foundation security. So you find a certain level of security in the relationship or in your relationship status, in your love life. You find a level of security there now. Now, you could be completely single, for example. You could be someone who's really, really single, or you could be someone who's going off having, you know, has multiple sexual partners, or has, you know, what we used to call in the 2000s in the noughties, we used to, when I was a student, we used to call it a booty call. You know, maybe you've got that type of, you know, you've got that type of relationship, a casual sexual relationship with somebody who you see often, but it's just one person, but it's not a real committed relationship, for example. And it's like, whatever your situation is, it's as if that's where you find security. But it's also, there's so much more potential if you just look around, if you just stop blocking yourself, if you actually turn around and face it. There's so much more potential out there for you. This is the energy. There's so much more potential out there for you. But you're holding on really tightly to the situation that you currently find yourself in. So this is, some of you will be in relationships, some of you will be single, apply it. And really, whatever the situation that you are in, I don't know what it is for you, it's as if you have to leave something behind, but you are not wanting to. You are not wanting to leave something behind, whether it's singledom or coupledom, whatever. You're not wanting to leave this behind. This is clarifying this energy here, and it's the Seven of Swords. So this is the energy of basically lying to yourself in a nutshell, you know, self-deception in this instance. And this is really what this is. It's like you're saying that you're happy, you're telling yourself that you're happy in the marriage, in the relationship, being single, whatever it is. I feel like I'm repeating myself now because this has literally been the theme of all the readings, really. And it's as if you're sort of telling yourself, do you know what, it's fine. You know, I'm secure here. At least I've got a boyfriend. At least I've got a girlfriend. At least I've got a husband or a wife, whatever. Excuse me. Or at least I'm single, whatever it is for you. and you're telling yourself that this is a situation that you're happy to be in. You're happy. I'm fine in this situation. This is exactly where I want to be. This is all good. I'm content here. I can hold on here. I can hold my breath. I can wait. I can see what else is. This is what you're doing at the moment. You're kidding yourself, basically. You're kidding yourself. Now, it could be that whatever happened in, some of you could be married, whatever, in committed relationships, and you cheated on someone. You cheated on your partner back in September. They cheated on you back in September. That could be that type of energy there. There was some sort of fling. I say September just because that was a judgment card, but it could be any time, I suppose. And you're saying, oh, do you know what? I'm going to, he confessed to me. She confessed to me. I'm happy. I want to stay in this relationship, but you're not happy. You're not happy. You're not happy being single if you're single. You're not happy being in this relationship that you're in if you're in a relationship. You've not accepted the apology if someone's apologised and you're pretending that you have. This is all that. This is basically what that is. You're staying where you are. You're staying put because you've got some level of security there. But this situation is actually teaching you about yourself. It's actually trying to bring enlightenment to yourself. We know this with the Eight of Cups being there, being that overall focus for the month. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to take a drink of water in a minute. I'm going to show you this card first. This card is your challenge for the month of December. I'm just going to take a drink on. Excuse me. It's just hot water. Okay. I mean, it's basically what we've been saying, isn't it? You've got to make a choice. I mean, this is actually, we've got let me talk about the energies first of all. Two of Swords, okay? Sword energy is about our thoughts, our minds, our clarity, our communication, our consciousness, what we accept, how we perceive things, what we believe. Number twos are commitments and partnerships and duality and diplomacy. So you're committed to a way of thinking, committed to a certain way of behaving or a certain way of seeing a situation. Diplomacy is the sense of trying to get along, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like trying to keep the peace, trying not to rock the boat, etc. Now, this energy of the Two of Swords is this is your challenge, remember. Now, this energy of the Two of Swords is literally that energy of, I know what I think, I know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to take any action. I'm not going to make the decision. It doesn't make sense now. It's Christmas. I can't, there's no point me being single over Christmas, or there's no point me trying to meet someone over Christmas. I'll have to buy them a present, whatever. Or there's no point me trying to get back with him or her, now, what is the point? I might as well stay where I'm at. I might as well stay in this situation. This is the energy of the Two of Swords. You are staying put. You're staying committed to where you are, knowing that there's something that you need to do. Being conscious, you're conscious that there's something that you need to do, there's something that you need to change, there's a direction that you need to go in, there's a decision that you need to make. You are conscious of that, you are aware of that. Even though you're trying to kid yourself and tell yourself otherwise, you're conscious of it. And not only are you conscious of it, you're still staying stuck where you are. You're still saying, I'm staying where I'm staying. This is your energy, Gemini. This is her energy. This is how you function, logically. And I think that that's a beautiful way to be. It's a beautiful thing to be, logically. But logically, things don't always make sense. It isn't logical to stay in a situation that hurts us. I mean, but then saying that, actually, sometimes it is logical, because we have to stay here to learn. We have to stay in this situation to learn why this is how I behave, to learn why this is how I treat myself. Why I'm going to stay here until I understand why I accept this, until I learn and uncover why this is this treatment that I think I'm deserving of, or this is all I'm worth, or whatever. So it's that type of energy, and it's really that type of story that's coming through. Let's have a look at your final card, which is your advice card. How to achieve balance. Okay, so we've got the Three of Cups. Now, this is a really great card. It's a card of celebration. It's the Three of Cups, okay? And the universe does want you to be happy. This is like the universe wanting you to be happy. The universe wanting you to celebrate, to come together with people. we've got I'll talk you through the energies. Cups energy, I've talked about that, the heart, our emotions, etc. Number 3 is a master number. It's related to the ascended masters, Buddha, Jesus Christ, blah blah blah, whoever, you know, your ancestors, angels, whatever you believe is what I mean. And also the collective consciousness and collective unconsciousness, and it's about really tapping into that energy with the number 3. It's about the wisdom that already exists and us being able to tap into that in order to help us to move through life. The universe is really giving you an opportunity with this cycle that you're in, this karmic cycle, to really learn about yourself and to really celebrate yourself and to really learn to love yourself and to see that actually you are worth more. You are worth whatever it is you want to have, really. You know, this is really what the universe, I feel, is trying to tell you. You know, this is advice, how to achieve balance. So this is about saying, you've got to, excuse me, you've got to want this. You've got to want this for you. You've got to want a reason to be happy. You've got to want a reason to celebrate. You've got to want, you know, to come together with people, to share your life with somebody, with people that love you, with people who are like-minded, with people that have got your ambition and people have got your perspective when it comes to love and marriage, etc. This is what the universe wants for you. This is what I want for you. And I actually feel like I'm not mad at you, Gemini, to be honest, because actually these cards are very karmic. I'm not mad at you for sitting and for lying to yourself. I'm not mad at you for staying in the situation that you're in, whether you're a single couple, whatever the situation you're particularly in. I ain't mad at you for staying there if you're not happy, because actually, and you shouldn't be mad at yourself either, this is a time for you to understand why you stay there, understand why you remain single, understand why you remain in this marriage when he's cheated on you so many times, or whatever it is for you. This is about you really learning and understanding so that your foundations are solid and secure. So that your foundations are solid and secure with the Emperor. So that your foundations and who you are and your self-confidence and your ability to exercise your personal power will never be taken from you again. Because this is a situation that's showing you yourself. It's leading you to this, to your inner joy. Joy is not the same as happiness. Happiness, 10 of Pentacles is happiness. Happiness is, I've got my car, I don't know why I said car first. You know, I've got my family, I've got my kids, my wife, my husband, my dogs, my mortgage, my job. That's happiness. You put all this effort with 10 of Pentacles, you put all this effort into these things, you get all these things, and that should make you happy. It gives you security, yeah? Joy is something different. Yes, it's having all those things, having you know, love, relationship, all the things that we all maybe strive for. But it's authentic. It's recognizing the things that actually truly make you happy. It's recognizing who you are. Knowing who you are is a source of joy, is a source of celebration, and is a source of happiness. And that is where the best relationships lie. You know, when people are authentic in their marriages, in their relationships, in their friendships, in their family relationships, the more authentic we are and we can be. And there's a sense, you know, and this is why the Emperor's so, as I said, confident, because he knows who he is. He's been through this, the Emperor. He's been through all this, and he's been victorious. He's overcome it, okay? So really, for you, for the month of December, Gemini, a similar theme, to be honest, for the other readings. It's really this idea of owning it, of being yourself, and of also being in this situation and allowing yourself to learn about why you stay, even if it's not what you ultimately want, if that makes sense, okay? Why do you stay if it's not what you want? This is really a month for really trying to discover that. Why do you stay single if it's not what you want? Or why do you stay in this relationship if it's not what you want? You know, there's been hurt always when we've got this 8 of Cups, we've been hurt. But again, it's the idea of that hurt was necessary. That situation was necessary. The Emperor will tell you, he wouldn't be where he is now if he didn't if he didn't get hurt, if he didn't have setbacks, he wouldn't be where he is now, wouldn't be strong, wouldn't be confident, because the Emperor overcomes these things just like you can. Okay? Okay, my fabulous Geminis, that is your reading. I hope you enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. You can also, excuse me, comment on the reading as well. Please, if you've not already, subscribe and click the bell below for notifications of when I upload. I will not be uploading, probably not be uploading next week because it's my personal reading week. But yeah, just keep a check. The next readings that I do before Christmas, I'll put something out. It'll probably be, it might be 2019 preview, where we look at the month, each month, January through to December, or an additional reading. I haven't decided yet. Whatever, we'll see. So click on your bell for notifications, etc. Okay? If you would like to, please share this reading with whoever you think it might resonate with. Send it to your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your bestie, whatever. Share it on your social media. If you want to follow me on social media, you can. It's Key Wisdom Tarot, and that's on YouTube. Excuse me. Well, you're on YouTube. That's on Facebook. That's on Instagram as well. You get more information on Instagram. Check out these posts that I do on the additional cards as well. Read the information below. That gives you all the information about the astrology for the month of December, and you can also catch your astrology December video. I was going to put it out today, but I'll probably put it out tomorrow because I'm exhausted and I keep coughing. Okay, so Gemini, I wish you lots and lots of love and a fabulous Christmas. You can still check out your bi-weekly general readings up to the 9th of December. They're still available on my channel. And along with pick a card reading and a beautiful video about understanding and unlocking our karma. Actually, that might be good for you. So, my darlings, have a wonderful Christmas, Gemini, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care, my darlings. Bye.